Good morning, everyone. This is your economics teacher again. My school name is Cambridge International School, Dasua. So we are here with e-learning initiative so that your studies will not suffer. So let's begin for today. So we were doing chapter number 3, money and credit. So the topic for today is credit loan. So we call it as loan even. Credit and loan both are the same words, but we are using like one as the main word, that is credit, and other one is like a nickname, that is loan. So your grade is grade 10. So subject is economics. So my name is Ms. Sarita Sani. So I'm here to give you some of the new topics for this chapter. So let me have a recap of the last topics which we have covered in the chapter. So we were talking about money in the previous lesson. So we talked about barter system, we talked about double coincidence of wants, we talked about different types of monies, modern money, we talked about check, we talked about uh, currency. So these are the all things which we have covered in the uh, last class. So let me continue with today's topics. The first topic is loan activities of banks, which we're going to discuss in detail. So next thing is two different credit situations. So sometimes loan can be taken by the person, and that can be used to make his condition worse even than before. So we call it as bad. So in that is the situation that is created by loan, and another is the situation in which person is able to increase his income and able to improve his position by taking loan. So both the situations we're going to study. One is on based on based one is based on loss, another is based on profit. So the last topic for today is terms of credit. So what are the terms when we have to take loan or credit? So let's begin then. Obviously, we were doing in the last classes also questions to be done for today. So whatever the topics we are covering today, that we have to do the questions in the last. Now, we will begin with the word what is bank. So loan is basically concerned with bank. So what is a bank? A bank is an institution that accepts the surplus deposits and grants loan to the people or businessmen. Yes, so bank is an institution. बैंक क्या है? एक संस्था है जो क्या करती है, आपके पास जो एक्स्ट्रा पैसे है उसको जमा करती है, एंड जो वो जो आपके जो बैंक अपने पास पैसा जमा करता है उसको क्या करता है, जो लोगों को जरूरत है, जिनके पास पैसा नहीं है, उनको क्या करता है, इन द फॉर्म ऑफ लोन to the businessmen or people they are giving. So what is this? This is the main function of bank. So why we create banks? So next, so next move is for this bank's credit loans related activities. So this picture is given on page number 42, and I've just added few points in that. So what we do generally, uh, this is there in the center we have bank. So depositors, what they do, people make deposits. So like if I'm having extra money with me, I'm having some kind of saving with me, what I will do, I will just open one account with the bank on my name and then deposit some money with bank. So then is the point. First is the people who are coming for the depositing money, so they are called as depositors. And another thing is people make withdrawals and get interest. So when you are depositing money, so obviously you will not keep your money for the whole time for bank only. So sometimes when you have a need, you will definitely withdraw money even, and you will get even the interest on which money you deposited with the bank. Now the next thing is on the other side, borrowers. So borrowers are the people who are taking loans, the people who are not having money and they need to take money from bank. So what they would do, they need to repay back the money which they have taken from bank, and they need to pay the interest to bank. Now, in this concept, you will learn one thing, that is how bank is earning income. Now, in the case of depositors, bank is giving them interest. Fine. And in the case of borrowers, bank is taking interest from them. Now, the difference between both the interest rate, because the bank gives interest to the depositors, is always less than the interest which bank is charging from the borrowers. So the difference between, like suppose bank is giving loan to the people at the percentage of 11%, and when bank is giving loan, this depositors interest rate is just, we can say nowadays, 5%. So 11 minus 5, it will be 6% extra. So that 6% is always the income of the bank. So what is the basic function of the bank? Accepts deposits from the people, then renders loans to the needy people. So bank is lending money also, then raise credits. So they are just raising loan also. So then transfer accounts also. So banks are always providing you transfer accounts even. Next, so you can transfer your money from one place to another. So that can be also done with the bank. So next thing, so next is loan activities of banks. So banks in India these days hold about 15% of their deposits as cash. So the money which bank are keeping with themselves, that is cash reserve ratio. Second is, this is kept as a provision to pay the depositors who might come to withdraw money from the bank on any given day. बैंक में जितने लोगों ने पैसा लगाया, सब एक ही दिन तो पैसा नहीं लेने आएंगे। हाँ, जब आएंगे तो वो जो 15% बैंक ने अपने पास कैश फॉर्म में रखा था, उसमें से ही पैसा निकाल के इन लोगों को पे किया जाएगा. So that is the second activity of the bank. This is kept as a provision to pay the depositors who might come to withdraw money from the bank on any given day. Then third point is, banks use the major portion of deposits to extend loans. Yes, suppose bank is getting deposit from a person. Suppose the name of the person is Rahim. So he have deposited rupaya 100 with the bank. So out of that 100, 15 bank will keep it with them, and then 85 rupees bank is again giving to the other people as a person, as a for extending loans. So this is the point how we are, that means major portion of the deposits, that means 85 rupees, that has lended by bank to the other people, and 15% is always, that is rupaya 50, were kept with bank for paying to the depositors. Next point I have already discussed with you, the difference between what interest rate is charged from borrowers and interest rate what is paid to the depositors is their main source of income. So we have discussed earlier even. The next important concept, credit or loan. So credit and loan both are the same word, same meaning for both. So refers to an agreement. It is an agreement. Agreement means समझौता, ठीक है, in which the lender supplies the borrower with money. Lender कौन है? बैंक. बैंक क्या करता है? borrower को money देता है और goods और services दिलाता है, ठीक है, in return for the promise of future payment. तो बैंक क्या कहता है उनको, आपने क्या करना, फ्यूचर में मुझे इंटरेस्ट के साथ ये सारी चीजें वापस करनी है. So this is the point. Next thing is two different credit situations. So I have discussed earlier even little bit of this. So there are two credit situations. One is based on loss and other is based on profit. Situation one. So as we can start with loss also, profit also. So I have just started with the good note that the person is getting profit. So how credit will help him to get profit in his life and how he is able to improve his life. So this is the first example. So the first is the festival season. So it is festival season 2 months from now, and the shoe manufacturer Salim was the name of the shoe manufacturer, has received an order from large trader. So like brands are hiring some small manufacturers, and then they are giving them order to make products for them. So he received an order from the large trader in town for 3,000 pairs of shoes to be delivered in a month time. So क्या बोला गया? शू मैन्युफैक्चरर, सलीम क्या था? एक शू मैन्युफैक्चरर था, ठीक है, जूते का जिसका बिजनेस था, ठीक है। उसको क्या हुआ, एक जो था बड़ा जो मैन्युफैक्चरर था, ट्रेडर था, ठीक है, जो इधर से लेके सामान दूसरे को बेच रहा था, ठीक है। वी कैन से इट इज दे आर यूजिंग इट फॉर एक्सपोर्ट इवन। सो उसने क्या किया, उसको 3,000 पेयर ऑफ शूज शूज के पेयर बनाने के लिए उसको ऑर्डर दिया। टाइम दिया गया इसको 1 महीने का। अब क्या था, टू कंप्लीट प्रोडक्शन ऑन टाइम सलीम हैज टू हायर अ फ्यू मोर वर्कर्स फॉर स्टिचिंग एंड पेस्टिंग वर्क। सो सलीम क्या करना पड़ेगा अब? सलीम को कुछ और वर्कर्स रखने पड़ेंगे नए, जो क्या करेंगे, जूतों की सिलाई करेंगे और उसको जोड़ने का काम करेंगे, पेस्टिंग का काम करेंगे, ठीक है। सो दैट उसका क्या था, अभी इन चीजों को सबको इन सब चीजों को करने में पैसे तो लगते हैं। सो जो पैसे लगेंगे इसके लिए, वो उसने क्या किया, 2 जगह से उसने क्या किया, लोन लिया। फर्स्ट लोन उसने कहाँ से लिया, जो लेदर सप्लायर था, जिसने लेदर सप्लाई करनी थी, ठीक है, सलीम को, उससे लिया। दूसरा, उसने उसको प्रॉमिस किया कि वो जल्दी वो पे भी कर देगा इसके लिए, ठीक है। सो थोड़े टाइम के बाद वो उसको पे भी कर देगा, ठीक है। सेकेंड, उसने क्या किया, लोन लिया, लोन इन कैश फ्रॉम द लार्जर ट्रेडर। सो जिस ट्रेडर ने उसको ऑर्डर दिया तो उससे भी उसने क्या किया, कुछ एडवांस ले ली, कुछ लोन ले लिया, ठीक है। 1,000 जूतों का उसने क्या किया, एडवांस ले लिया। सो विद द प्रॉमिस टू डिलीवर द होल ऑर्डर बाय द एंड ऑफ द मंथ। सो उसने ये बोला कि मुझे अगर आप 1 महीने में चाहते हो मैं आपको पूरा का पूरा ऑर्डर कंप्लीट करके दे दूं, तो इसके लिए 1,000 जो जूते थे उसने उसका बोला कि मुझे एडवांस में पैसा दे दो। सो ये चीज थी। अब एट द एंड ऑफ द मंथ सलीम ने क्या किया, सारे के सारे जूते टाइम पे डिलीवर कर दिए एंड मेक अ गुड प्रॉफिट। सो उसको उन चीजें सारी करने के बाद क्या मिला, लास्ट में काफी प्रॉफिट बचा और जिस जिसकी उसने मनी बोरो करी थी उस सबको वापस कर दी। So in this case, Salim obtains credit to meet in working capital needs of production. So उसको जब काम करते टाइम कुछ चीजों की जरूरत थी तो उसने उसके लिए लोन लिया था। The credit helps him to meet the ongoing expense of production, so complete production on time and thereby increase his earning. So his earnings were also increased. So he completed all order on time. So in this point, we can see credit has played a very good role and the situation of the person has improved. His lifestyle has improved with this kind of help given with the help of credit. So next situation now, let's move. So the situation 2, loss. Now here we are talking about a female farmer. Swapna, a small farmer, grows groundnut on her 3 acres of land. अब स्वप्ना थी, एक छोटी फार्मर है, छोटी किसान है। सो इसके पास 3 एकड़ जमीन थी। उसने क्या किया, उसके ऊपर मूंगफली उगाई, ठीक है। सो ग्राउंडनट उगाई। सो शी टेक्स अ लोन फ्रॉम द मनी लेंडर। उसने क्या किया, जो गांव में जो मनी लेंडर होते हैं, जो मुनीम होते हैं, उनसे उसने लोन लिया टू मीट द एक्सपेंसेस ऑफ कल्टीवेशन। सो उसको उगाने के लिए जितना भी खर्चा आएगा मूंगफली को, उसने उसको खर्चे को करने के लिए लोन लिया, किससे, मुनीम से, मनी लेंडर से, होपिंग दैट हर हार्वेस्ट वुड हेल्प टू रीपे द लोन। अब क्या हुआ, उसने ये सोचा था कि जब उसकी फसल हो जाएगी, मूंगफली की फसल हो जाएगी, तो उसको बेच के क्या करेगी, अपना लोन खत्म कर देगी। मिडवे थ्रू सीजन द क्रॉप इज हिट बाय पेस्ट। अब क्या हुआ, कुछ टाइम के बाद क्या हुआ, मूंगफली की फसल को कीड़े लग गए, पेस्ट जो थे उन वो लग गए, ठीक है। एंड द क्रॉप फेल्स, तो उसकी क्रॉप जो थी सारी की सारी खत्म होगी इसी वजह से। थ्रू स्वप्ना स्प्रेज दो स्वप्ना स्प्रेज हर क्रॉप्स विद एक्सपेंसिव पेस्टिसाइड्स। उसने सारे पेस्टिसाइड्स भी यूज करे थे महंगे महंगे, पर फिर भी उसकी जो थी फसल वो कीड़ों ने खा ली। नाउ इट मेक्स लिटिल डिफरेंस, she is unable to repay the moneylender and the debt grows over the year into a large amount. और एक साल में तो उसका लोन बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ जाना था और उसको ये टेंशन थी कि अब वो कैसे पे करेगी, उसको पे करने के लिए उसके पास कुछ भी नहीं था। सो नेक्स्ट ईयर स्वप्ना टेक्स फ्रेश लोन फॉर कल्टीवेशन, तो उसको अगले साल के लिए जो लोन लेना था वो भी नहीं मिलेगा। ठीक है, इट इज अ नॉर्मल क्रॉप दिस ईयर, सो उसकी ठीक ठाक जो क्रॉप थी वो ही थी, बट द अर्निंग्स आर नॉट इनफ टू कवर द ओल्ड लोन। पर उसकी जो अर्निंग्स थी, जो उसका पैसे थे जो उसके पास आ रहे थे, वो स्टिल काफी कम थे। ठीक है, शी इज कॉट इन डेट, सो शी वॉज कॉट इन डेट। उसको कर्जे के जाल में फंसा दिया गया। She has to sell a part of the land to pay off the debt. So in Swapna's case, the failure of the crop made loan repayment impossible. So she had to sell part of the land. So in this, the situation which she was living before taking loan, that was now even got more worse than before. So this is the situation of loss. Now let's move on to the next slide. So in the end, we have the last topic, that is terms of credit. So the first point is collateral security. This is very, very important. Whenever we have to take loan, we have to mortgage something to the bank that is up to the value of 70% of the loan which we are taking. Suppose if we are taking loan of 1 lakh rupees, so bank will give you loan up to only 70,000 and 30,000 that will be kept as for the interest that they have to charge from you. If in the future you are not able to pay the charges, then in that case bank will take the collateral also, and even the interest rate which you have to pay to them, 30,000, that bank will be keeping with himself already. So what is collateral in detail? I will tell you the definition for this. Collateral is an asset. It is something that will be measurable in money terms. So it is an asset that borrower owns, such as land. किसी के जमीन हो सकती है जिसके ऊपर वो लोन ले सकता है, उसके पैसे, उसके जो पेपर्स है गिरवी रख के। ठीक है, फिर कोई बिल्डिंग हो सकती है, बिल्डिंग में भी एनी अपार्टमेंट, एनी ऑफ द like mall or shopping complex. So any of the building that can be also used for collateral while taking loan. So next can be vehicle also. So like heavy vehicles, so that we can put it as collateral for security. Then livestock like किसी के पास कोई animal है which will be used for like dairy. People are keeping buffaloes, cows, and these can be also kept as livestock. Even horses, so for the races also, like people are using horses. Horses are very costlier one, and that can be also put as livestock for the taking loan. So that can be also used as collateral security. Then deposits with the bank. Sometimes people take loan against FDs. So generally, if I'm talking about study visa and all loan which students are taking, so they are just taking on the basis of FDs which they have to make with the bank, and then afterwards they are taking loan against those FDs. So that is about the collateral. So and uses this as guarantee to a lender until the loan is repaid. So this is collateral is used as a guarantee from the lender, from the person who is taking loan to the lender. Lender is the bank. So till the timing the loan is being paid by the person who has taken loan. Next thing is documents required. Whenever you have to take loan, you have to submit certain things. The very first thing is you have to submit your identity. So your UID, that is important document that you have to submit with bank. Then you have to give your employment records, your salary, and your employer's your employer's name. So all these things you need to mention with the bank. Fine, when you have to take loan. So the file is being prepared by the bank and the charges will be charged for that file. So documents, these we have to mention in the bank. Then next thing is terms of the loan. So what are the terms? Terms is how much loan we are taking, the amount of the loan, then duration of loan, for how many years we are taking loan, so how many installments we have to pay for that, then documents we have to mention, then interest rate, what is the interest rate. So we have to mention about these terms of the loan while taking your loan. Then is mode of repayment. This is very important, how you're going to pay your loan. So there are generally three ways. One is you can deposit your installment of loan uh, by personally. Fine. Another one is banks. Any of the agent will come to your home and then collect the payment. Another thing is by online banking, you can even uh, pay your this installments. So loan nowadays, people prefer to pay loan installments with the help of internet banking. Then is the rate of interest. This is very, very important. So whenever we are taking loan, we have to check all the interest rates of different banks. So usually in the cases of public bank, they are charging less rate of interest. And when we talk about the private banks, they are charging more rate of interest. So if we are preferring according to rate of interest, so we would prefer the loan from public banks. So like SBI, so all these are very, very reliable when we are taking loan from any of the organization. So these are always useful. Rest we will discuss about this in the formal and informal credit in detail. So these are terms of credit. Whenever somebody has to take loan, these all things we need to keep it in our mind. So we have to always prefer to take loan at a lower cost. Otherwise, I would personally prefer you never take a loan. Fine. So next, move on to the last topic for today. So the next thing is questions to be done for today. The first question is define credit or loan. Then second question is explain the loan activities of banks. I've discussed with you in detail. You have to mention it in detail. Then is credit may be useful or may put the creditor into a debt trap. So you have to discuss both the case of Salim as well as Swapna in this and explain the situation with this statement. Next is why is there a need for credit in rural areas? So you just have to mention the purposes why we need a loan in the rural areas. It's a very simple one. You can discuss. I want you to use brain here. Why we are taking loan in the rural areas. Then fifth is define collateral. So define collateral is again we have done the definition. I've discussed an asset which is we are taking. Fine. So that is the point. Next is what are the terms of credit? So what are the terms of credit? We have discussed 5 terms of credit in the last slide. So that we have to discuss in detail. So I've discussed already. So you have to give me answer for this. Now in the end, I would say thank you. God bless you all. I feel your learning of economics is going well, and we are definitely going to win this pandemic COVID-19, and we will not suffer in our studies, and we will definitely have bright future for our India, and we have to follow all the guidelines. And now, tip for the day I can give you is in the end. Whenever you are preparing for board exams, you need not to leave a single question whether you're feeling the question you are not able to answer it, but still you have to attempt the question. Never leave a question vacant. So never leave a question. You have to always attempt all the questions. So that is all for today. Thank you. God bless you. Stay home, stay happy, enjoy learning at home. So we are there for you to support you. Cambridge International School, the SUA is always with you. All the teachers are helping you. So if you have any kind of query, any problem regarding any of the content, you can give us call. You can discuss all things in detail. So with me, so my number is already with you. So thank you so much. God bless you. Have a happy life at home.